Sooners are in the West Regional. They don't have to go far to start, but eventually they could end up in Anaheim, California. I'm Barry Trammell, along with OU writer Ryan Aber. And Ryan, the Sooners got their assignment in the NCAA Tournament on Sunday, and it's actually, in my mind, a fairly favorable bracket.
Yeah, I think it's a very favorable bracket to see. There was some surprise with Villanova not winding up in Philadelphia. That opened things up for Oklahoma to wind up somewhere other than Louisville. And it turns out that we knew they were going to stay right at home, but they get Cal State Bakersfield in the first round on Friday. Seems like that's a good matchup, although you feel like most 2-15s are. But then Oregon State or VCU in the second round seems like certainly a manageable matchup for the Sooners. And then even moving forward with Texas and Texas A&M, it's a very interesting bracket that plays out in the West.
You know, if you're number two, the best thing is to avoid certain number ones, and I think the Sooners got the most favorable number one with Oregon. Clearly not a Doberman like Virginia. Weren't going to play Kansas no matter what, but North Carolina maybe the most talented team in America. So even going all the way to an Elite Eight matchup against Oregon, I think it turned out well for the Sooners.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think the teams that OU wanted to avoid is Virginia, like you mentioned, and also Michigan State, who didn't wind up being a number one, but we thought there was a chance that the Spartans could jump up and grab a 1 seed. That didn't happen, and Oklahoma was able to avoid the Spartans. The Spartans knocked the Sooners out last year. They play a very aggressive defense that could have given the Sooners problems. Oregon likes to get up and down the floor a little bit more free-flowing, and they were the fourth number one seed. I'm sure a number two seed, you certainly want that kind of matchup.
So Sooners don't know much about Cal State Bakersfield, not much more than that about Virginia Commonwealth and Oregon State, but Lon Kruger and his staff have 4 days to prepare.
It's a great time of year, of course. Excited about the opportunity that lies ahead. Playing in Oklahoma City is fantastic. When you start early in the year, you have a lot of mention about from other folks about Oklahoma City and how nice it would be to get there. And these guys have done what they needed to accomplish that, which is great. Now, that being said, all that means is we don't travel very far. You know, we've got a lot of them play, and guys understand that and get to this point. You know, teams we're playing against are all good quality and we'll have to play well. So looking forward to that. We'll find out soon what time on Friday, I guess.
Did you get a chance to watch Cal State Bakersfield in the WAC championship last night?
I did not. I know Rod Barnes is a terrific coach. He was at Ole Miss. We were in Florida and did a very, very good job, but I did not see their team play.
Buddy, how have these last 48 hours been for you going to the half-court shot that wasn't, and now finding out you're a 2 seed playing in Oklahoma City?
Oh, it was fun, you know, after the half-court shot, just got to move on, try to get your mind right, you know, see where we got seeded, and if we come to Oklahoma City, it'll be good for us, but now it's a new season, so just lock in and focus on Cal State.
Buddy, what does this mean to you? I mean, you came back for your senior year. This is a chance for that last run. Just put it in perspective what this is, what lies ahead for you and how important it is.
I'll just go there and just compete, and as hard as you can, leave it on the floor. You can't get a game back, so it's going to be heartbreaking, but you know, playing more college games, but just go there and compete and have fun, and that's no regrets when you leave the court.
Along the way the selection works with the Esper, Oregon would be last of the 4 seeds, so that means you guys are the first of the 2 seeds. What does that say about you guys and just sort of what you think the committee saw in y'all?
Well, guys have, when you look at the body of work, they've had a lot of good wins against top 50 teams, I guess. You know, quality of schedule, given that you're in the Big 12, you're going to have a good starting point there. Playing against a lot of ranked teams night in and night out. Our pre-conference schedule, good success there against those teams that are in the tournament. So guys they've done well. They've made progress throughout the year. You know, like all the teams in the field, there's been moments where we'd like to have played better, but still it's a good accomplishment, and yet they know that a lot of excitement lies ahead.
Ryan, where do you think you guys are right now as a team?
I think we're in a good spot. You know, we got 3 days to get better, and trying to tune up some things. But we've had our, like Coach said, we've had our ups and downs. But we're right where we want to be.
Ryan, could it be freeing for this team a little bit to break out of finally playing Big 12 teams night after night, given that
they know y'all and know how best to attack y'all?
It'll be nice playing somebody else. Kind of like you said, they don't fully know how to guard us and don't know what we do, and so but we same thing for us. We don't know how to guard them yet, and that's why you got to watch them. Get ready.
Ryan, what does it mean to you get an opportunity to play an NCAA tournament game or possibly a couple games in Oklahoma City?
It means a lot from here. Got a lot of people that'll be at the game. Just being able to play in front of your fans at OU, it'll be good.
Buddy, for you, I mean, you made some long NCAA tournament trips over the last previous 30 years. What does it mean to be able to play this close to home?
It means a lot. And, you home, a lot of crowds. The crowds, the fans gonna be there. So hopefully get a lot of early momentum. Make a lot of shots and make a lot of good plays on defense and use this home crowd for advantage and move to out and advance.
Buddy, when did you start feeling confident that y'all would start the tournament in Oklahoma City?
You just never know, but from the season we had it in mind to play in Oklahoma City, but we never know. You never know you're going to see that. But we're glad and thank God that we're here in Oklahoma City and we have a little home court advantage.
Buddy and Ryan, what kind of an advantage is it to have 3 other guys that you've started 100 straight games with going into this tournament?
It's a good thing. I think we know how to play well with each other. I think we know what each other's going to do at all times, and the biggest thing is leadership. I think we all have that experience, and we know how to work, with the rest of our teammates.
Lon, is there forget the names of who you might be playing, was there a style of team you were hoping to avoid? Nobody wants to play West Virginia and what you have to go through. I don't know who else is out there like that, but is there a style that's more conducive to the way you guys play?
We've obviously been more effective in an up-tempo game. Teams that try to lock it down and play in the 50s probably, are less attractive to us. Not that we haven't played those games throughout the course of the conference season, but and quite frankly, I'm not sure exactly what style Bakersfield is comfortable with. But regardless, tournament time, you got to play them all. You got to play different styles, be prepared to play different styles, and we obviously been more comfortable in tempo games.